Um, so the only thing I need to do is I need to create a new set of buckets, which should just be a one-click thing. Then put their sort of bucket IDs in the app, and then I need to organize all Dave's things into the different character sets, and then build them. I think in total that'll take me about an hour if things don't go wrong. But I don't expect everyone to stay on the call for this. But I think what we'll do is I'll release it. I'll let you know when it's released, and then you guys can go start playing around with it and look at see what it's like to play with the new stickers and make setups, and then hopefully we just have enough setups for, like, let's say the next task for this week is everyone makes, what did Chris say last time, 10 setups so that we can play a couple of rounds with the new stickers.
So the old setups will be completely like gone.
I have them, but they won't be in the game anymore because they won't work.
Gotcha. And how many were there to recreate?
Dave would know better than me. He how many setups? There were like 100.
100. Okay. In that case, maybe we just all commit to recreating 25. It's faster to recreate them than to think up new ones.
There's like, so I would just start with like 10.
Not all of them will necessarily be doable though. If,
yeah, not all of them will be doable.
Relied on a certain thing that's no longer up.
We're gonna have some other new stickers, right, from you, which maybe give you some new ideas too. I mean, you could try to just recreate the ones you have, but then I have to find some way of
just don't delete the old
that
thing. I don't care if we don't. Like, just leave it somewhere.
I need to make it somewhere so you can go look at them. That's I don't have something like that. It's gonna take the spot of this one, but I can do it. I can do it. I just have to think about how.
I think honestly, I could just take a screenshot of, or like a screenshot of the screen where you save them, and I think, I think just from that, I would probably be able to recreate most of them. Maybe not exactly, but who cares?
There's like 100 of them, so I can't, just screenshot it all at once. But
wasn't there a screen where you could see like at least 6 or something at a time, maybe?
Yeah, you can see like a good chunk of them at the same time. I mean, you can go look at them now if you want. On the dev side, you just have to go to offline mode, and that's still set up.
Here, let me just take a bunch of screenshots of those and throw them in the Discord, and then it won't matter so much if everything gets deleted. This is on play stripped or the stripped.dev.
Dev one, yeah.
Sorry, what is the URL for that? It's not playstripped, it's playstripped.com/dev or
playstrip.com/strippeddev with a capital S and a capital D.
actually easier even than taking screenshots would be to just take a video. And then didn't there used to be a load button from the offline mode? I'm not seeing that. I see submit and save.
Sorry, so you're on strip dev. Let me make
I'm
sure
on
that
strip
is the
dev
right strip
and I'm
dev.
on the and I'm in offline.
It should offline mode should be that fancy offline mode, but maybe I don't have the right version up. I
So
do
right
not.
now there's just a button that says submit and I could type in details, but
Oh, sorry. That's because this is my test version. Hold on. I have to re-upload the. Oh, well, hold on. Hold
you know
on.
what? Just if you can see it from your end, do you
I
want to
can't
just
see them, unfortunately. Actually, you know what? I can get you tiny thumbnails of them.
that works
That
that is
works.
exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's easy.
Just
I
get
forgot that
that.
my dev environment is annoying to work with right now. I need to like move this all off of GitHub Pages, which is what everything is on right now, so I can host more than just one environment or two environments, I guess. I need like a third stage environment. All right, let's go and sign into AWS with my account and my password and my multi-factor authentication. I was looking the other day at that Curse Words game. It's doing really well.
Is it?
That's good.
Good.
Yeah, it's good for that guy.
Good for him.
Yeah, makes me happy to see that it's going well. Okay, let me see. I think I have this stuff here. Am I in the right region? Yes, I am, it looks like. I need the dev side thumbnails, and I want them all.
It's just so economical in terms of like dev resources as a small team or a solo dev to do a roguelike. That's why they're so popular.
How do I down? Actions, calculate, copy, move. Copy. Is that what I want?
I want the outside of my home
Oh my
to
god,
look
it won't let me
great.
download it.
And to
Each thing
stay
at the
that
same
way.
time. Hold on.
That's why I went with LP Smart Side Trim and Siding. Because if I'm outside, it's not to work on the house. That's why it's only LP for me.
I can make my job for next week though, just trying to recreate those setups. Actually, probably some of them I'll even read out, if that's okay with people. If there's anything that anyone wants kept specifically,
Nothing I am
let me
super
know. But like,
attached to,
there's
no.
some that when I get them, I'm like, I wish I didn't get this. Or like, there's some that I feel like are weaker. And then the ones that break, of course.
The CLI. There's no built-in download all on the website, which seems crazy. But you know what? This is why AWS is slowly being released. Folder here. done. Hopefully. Just thinking about it. Okay, I should have done it. There it is. Okay, I got it. I have all the thumbnails. Let's see how big they are. They might be seriously tiny. I don't know how useful this is to you.
Yeah.
They are super tiny.
Can you put them in the Discord?
Yeah, I can. Hold on.
Super tiny. How like entirely illegible super tiny or?
I can tell the first one I opened, but only because I knew it. But if you are unfamiliar with it, there's no way in hell you would.
I think I'm probably familiar enough to identify the ones that I'll want to recreate.
Try that. I can't imagine. It's terribly useful. Some of them too, I guess, because it has some of the ones that I also. It has a deleted history too, so maybe because the deleted ones don't just go away, just in case we make a mistake. So you'll see some in there that are just like blank or test empty ones. Anyway, good luck. I can get you better ones eventually, but that's literally the state the thumbnails are sorted. When you load it in the game, it's just crazy.
This would be fine, except that the majority of the text is illegible.
Yeah,
So that's the main
pretty
problem.
impossible. It's only meant to be like a I don't know, like a 100 by 50 size thumbnail or something. I guess I could make those bigger in general. I was just trying to save some space. Alright, let me get this bucket thing ready and start working on this. Give me a second to set these buckets up. But I don't know if anyone wants to, like, while I'm doing this, work on like the Steam page or something, or whatever you want, whatever anyone else is working on.
So, I don't know, what's the status of the Steam page?
Was going to work on it this weekend.
Power went out.
My power went out.
Not a good weekend for electricity.
No.
Do we have an idea of what the Steam page needs and stuff? Do we want to talk about that and walk through exactly like
Gifts.
Is
Jeff
Jeff
is
gonna
requesting gifts.
Yeah, I would like to get recording of play soon is essentially what we need the most. Our gifts and maybe some like video I can start cutting together into a trailer or something. Or at least, like, we need like we need GIFs, and I don't think we need I can't remember if we need a video or not, but we definitely need GIFs, gameplay GIFs.
Yeah, I mean, we'll need a video for whenever if we were asking people for wish lists, right? We'll need something there on that
Trailer.
Steam page for them to see,
Yeah.
some sort of gameplay trailer, ideally. And we do probably need to wait until we have the new version of the game, right? The new art style and stuff recordable, because I think the only recordings we have from the pitch deck and shit were from the blue version.
Yeah.
So, that's
Do
fair.
we
all
want
I
to
have.
do polish on some things before we take those videos, or later for that?
We can always replace them,
Yeah.
but there is polish that needs to be done. I have.
I
I
am
was
just
going to
trying to
list-
get like
Yeah.
things in so we can
Yeah, that's fair. That's fine. We don't need to do
like
the polish
have
before
a Steam
that.
page, not even make it like public or whatever, just have it
Yeah.
out.
I was
Yeah, and
gonna.
it's easier to like if we have the structure of it, be like, oh, you know what? Let's replace that.
Let's
you know,
replace
and
this.
then just-
Yeah.
It's the first step, right?
The what was I gonna say? after we play test next, whenever we play test after that meeting, you know, like after all the stuff that Marcus is working on right now is done and Steam page is done, I was gonna suggest that during these meetings we like do the polish. Like we could do one thing each meeting easily within like 30 minutes. That's like a polish thing.
That's a good idea. We really should make these working meetings instead, because especially now with Milo, I find it harder to get upstairs. Like I can hang out with him downstairs and talk to you guys and stuff when he's like asleep, but I have to be there, you know. I can't take him upstairs, especially when there's no air conditioning up here, really.
Yeah, I mean,
That's fine.
just simple things like, hey, let's put some squash and stretch on your eye cursor when you click. Well, that's what we'll do that in a meeting, and then, you know, just, or like just some movement on the
These
title screen,
settings and
like
shit.
a transition between screens. Like maybe we could use your paper newspaper thing for a transition, and then just put
Yeah.
blank, you know, like a couple pages of fake newspaper stuff in between, but use that for like any transition basically.
Yeah. Yeah, that all makes sense. I'd also I need to fix up the text stickers a little bit. There's some polish to be done on those. We need
I still think the
settings
text
that-
sticker should, or the word bubble one, should look like a moving cloud while you're typing in it, and then once you hit the enter button, it freezes. And it's made up
Yeah,
of
we
little
can-
tiny little balls.
That is doable. It is just a little harder because I have to sync that, which is not a big deal, but it means that I need to now create a state for the word bubble that encompasses those each and every, like, the instance of the shader, basically, right? It is doable, but it's just.
I think you
requires an
could
extra piece.
literally have that just spin up locally every single time based on the box underneath it, and it would still be fine as long as we made sure it, you know, never interfered with the lettering.
That's the only other, I guess the other side of it is, yeah, you could go that way, that route. Ideally, it would sync. What you see should be what you get when you respawn it. You know what I mean? Especially if.
Or
some
it could
people are
just be
gonna try to, like,
deterministic
fuck
and
with
still
the
do
way-
that and always freeze in the same position. That would still get most of the effect across, honestly. And I don't think when it's locked into place, anyone would really notice if it changed that much.
Yeah.
Especially if you put a little squash and stretch on it at the same time.
Some of this polish though that we're talking about, I agree that it needs to be in, but some of this is we're talking about like release polish versus like polish that I think is just like required for a play tip.
Yeah, I don't think that needs to happen for. That would be a nice to have. I do think the thought bubble needs to have more bumps on it. That's the only thing for like the level
That's
we're at now.
configurable. That one's easy enough to do. But like, and that one is just like it has too many bumps when you don't have a lot of words, and it doesn't have enough when it's really big. So I just need to configure that a little
Can
bit.
you? Are they always
balanced.
the uniform sized bumps? You make variable.
They are
sized
uniform
that
size
bump?
right now, yeah, because otherwise it becomes. Well, I remember I think I do have the code in the shader already to make them random, but it wound up like not. If you get two side by side, it doesn't look nice. That are like really small, so you have to like actually do pseudo randomness. So I need to go back into the code and say like, okay, you know, if you're. You know, if this is a small one, the next one has to be a big one, but maybe they're going to be random random between them or something like that, or some sort of random range of the big size versus the small size.
And also just like different texts for the text bubbles. Those are really the only two things I think.
We actually do have different text. It's just not super obvious, right? Every single bubble I think has a different.
Yeah, I
Different
think
text font. They're just not.
we could also use
different enough.
another state that's like an embossed text one. You know what I mean? Like a font that is for big words, like blam.
Yeah, we talked about that in the the chat, right, when someone was sending some screenshot, and I was like, we need to make. I agree. We need to make that exact version, that variant for sure. I forget what the thing was. Someone sent a screenshot of
That
something.
was
there.
the that monkey has a gun thing from
Yeah.
Hellboy.
Yes, yes. But yeah, I agree. We need that.
You say Hellboy or Owlboy?
Hellboy.
Hellboy. CC Smash is the name of the font we use for our logo, the strip logo. I don't know if you want something like that or something
That works.
more like the other one was like thin and big.
Is there a free one out there also that has that like halftone stuff that you put everywhere, Jeff?
Yeah.
Like, is there a free one out there that has that in the text, like embossed words with some of that in there, or like?
I guarantee it. The site I use is 1001 fonts.
I've used that site.
If
I
you just
think.
want to go through, you can search for you could search for probably like halftone. Let's
Wait.
see.
Oh no, yeah, this is the one that I used. Hold on. Oh, this is the word. Now everything just says halftone. How do I search the actual fonts? There it is.
Yeah. We can only use fonts that have the green $ next to them though,
Okay, can I sort by that?
unless we buy them. We could.
Commercial free. Okay, there we go. Damn, none of these are quite what I'm looking for. Let's look at the paid ones.
Yeah, I mean we can. I don't know if there's a way to buy them for commercial use.
That one's good, but the vowels are stylized weird. I don't want the stylized vowels. Here's a cool one. Can I share this somehow?
No, it's
Paid.
called.
JMH Escamas.
I was literally just
Oh.
looking at that one. Yeah, that is a cool looking one. That's like horror comic book font.
Yeah, that's we definitely need that one. That's paid. Well, that's worth it. Can we buy this?
I don't know how to like.
Free for personal use, not for commercial use. JMH is licensed under the following, yada yada yada.
Yeah, I don't know.
Comic demo
I guess we
is
could
also
get
very nice.
in touch with the guy who made it.
Yeah, is that how
Somehow.
this works? That's how the sound ones work. Like it links you to the person and leaves their email address.
And he has like there's like a username, but I can't like click on it to get like contact details.
Yorgmoron.
I guess he's got a Gmail on his PayPal, but I don't.
Here, yeah, paste the Gmail. I'll Gmail him.
Oh well. Shit. Hold on. Yorgmoron. Just had it.
Comic Demo is also good, Jeff, if you get a chance to take a look at that one.
There it is.
But look at this one, it's a bunch of different hands. Got a yellow sign, what does that mean? Font is free for personal use, maybe free for commercial use.
Your guess is as good as ours. Good luck. Try it and find out.
Alright, I'm gonna mail this person. Let's see what. This AI, can I have AI write this for me? Is that integrated yet? Okay, yes, I can. Imagine if I just emailed him whatever I just typed in. I wish I could just see it and read it back, but like, hi, I saw your thing. Hi, I saw your thing on here. Looked really cool. How much to buy it? But make this sound professional and chill. Does it say what his actual name is anywhere, Jeff?
No, it's just all I have is that the email on his PayPal.
Say hi. No name. Shit, where is the actual font? There it is.
A lot more actually free lots on here.
Yeah. I don't think I normally would look at the paid ones. I just really think we need a have to, like a have to.
I mean, I have
for
like a
it.
shitload of fonts we can look at that.
You can find a free one, even
have
better.
Adobe also.
Also, I guess we don't really need this one as much as we need just an embossed font. This is neat, but like it's not. I kind of got distracted by how neat it looked. Either way, I'm emailing this person. We'll see what they say.
Yeah.
What would you
All my
name a
fonts.
font that? Or actually, do you want to just look through free ones that you have, or with stuff that you already have licensed to you?
I'm trying to find like a good way to do it, but
What would you name a font that has that like embossed bam cat like quality to it? What do you think I should type in to find that?
like 3D fonts might get you something.
3D. Well, that one's. Oh man, this one looks amazing. It looks like a 90s website so bad. Oh, there's the one I used for Lauren's Etsy page. I really like Sketch 3D, but it's not really. Seems more like titling font than. So let's just go commercial. Totally free to use.
Extrude seems like it might be a good thing to search by. A lot of these fonts have the word extrude in them. This fucking biz ass font.
Mr. Vampire's kind of cute.
You make Mrs. Vampire jealous.
I need to change my here.
Relationship status. So it's complicated.
Order. Might be good. Let's see how that looks.
Sorry, I had to pre-name the next stream. You know what? I'm just gonna try the word comic. Because it doesn't actually need to be 3D necessarily. The thing I am picturing is 100% 3D. Basically, maybe we should just use the exact font from the title. I think that is basically exactly what I'm picturing.
Here, let me stream my
Beaver Punch Fun display font is pretty good.
Do you like Beaver Beaver Punch?
Throw Beaver Punch in there. It's free. Free Beaver Punch.
For commercial use, though.
This man, this
Got
monster.
the green one.
I think is a
Oh, it's
good
free for
looking one.
commercial use.
I like that one. That one, especially if it's free for commercial use. Good for you. Barber chop.
I saw that one
Okay.
too. I almost just pasted that one in.
Well, I'm watching off your stream.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Oh, Jeff streaming.
This is kind of what I'm looking for, but not quite. Food fight, not bad.
That'd be a good one. Bloomer.
Food fight turns into Dog Detective when you go to its actual page. Weird.
What does that look like? That looks like something familiar.
It does. Something that could-
Readability's a little bit hard in that one.
Yeah, Food Fight didn't
like
like
the
uh,
like the Ren and Stimpy font or something.
Yeah, okay.
it is. Yeah, it is. It does seem very rest.
Bubblegum, probably a little too round.
Peralta doesn't look terrible. It's sort of got that Ren and Stimpy thing going on, but more readable than that Peralta regular one.
Is that on my screen or Jeff's?
Your screen.
Peralta? Where do I see that? Oh, Peralta. Yeah, this is pretty good. I do like that. I like this one, but it's a little too stylized for anything but like a title.
Just use Comic
Atlas.
Sans.
People still hate on Comic Sans. Hate for as much Comic Sans hate as I used to. I feel.
I think if we had like more stick figure-y, like web comic-y characters, Comic Sans should be put in for like verisimilitude to those, or whatever would be accurate. Usually my actual recollection is not accurate. Like when I still need to put the do not let me forget before the golf game is finished, Jeff, to replace the disc with the actual like correct old disc that you pointed out. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, like the yeah.
For the floppy disk,
Hmm.
3D floppy disk. You were like, you should make it the 80s one.
Yeah.
The Ninja Turtles font is just free. Apparently.
The Archer
Turtles
font
are
is
cool,
free.
not Ninja Turtle. Just a cool turtle. What is it?
I'm putting this here in case anyone ever wants to make a Ninja Turtles joke. feel like if this just had some like a little bit of 3D-ness to it, I think this would be pretty good. Just the word boom here. Pretty good.
The dog I kind of like.
Are you throwing these in the throw these in the
I'm
Discord? if
looking
you
on
can.
my.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
looking through my.
Lamo that
illustrations.
you have written down there looks like Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fighting.
It does.
Like to show tune for something. And this for something.
Good is
Also, this is pretty good.
cozy. Like a Disney cartoon, not Disney cartoon, like a I don't know, what's the Mystery
Nickelodeon.
Falls, Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
Gravity Falls is actually a Disney cartoon.
Yeah, I know, but I mean that style. of
I know,
Disney
I know
cartoon.
what you mean, but yeah,
Get that?
it would not have been technically incorrect.
The best kind.
Just do the same thing with sound stuff. Like
Did
just
a
go
while
through
back.
go
There's,
through
if
a
you
library
scroll up
together.
long
I
enough,
mean,
you'll see
like,
something that's basically that.
Hulkamania font.
My question is like, we will, I think, need to buy like a cartoony sound effects pack because like, yeah, like there needs to be like for the poofs, there needs to be like a poof sound effect that's actually good, and like for anything that like, the sound that gets made when you poke someone in the eyes in a cartoon, that needs to be in there.
doink, like a doink.
Yeah, like a doink. Like we need a pack of those to gather those from different free things will be tough. I think this looks rad as hell, but it is not good for what we are doing. Any drip.
That was skinny trip. Does look weird.
What do you think of Duo Dunkle, Dave?
If you're trying to emulate like a cartoon from the 50s.
Yeah, so it's got these little knobs. It would be perfect except that except the actual letter design.
And what about here? This Minion Nouvelle.
30s.
Here, let me look at yours.
I like
That's
that.
pretty good. I would
It's
love
like
that,
the
but
other
like
one,
like basically like a little like bolded, and like where it's all black, have it be like white with halftones and then some embossing.
You just put a drop shadow on it or something.
That's what I was gonna say. If we
Probably
can't find
can.
exactly what we want, we could just make Mario's program in the second set of letters exactly behind it, but in black, and one layer behind.
I think some might already work like that. I don't know.
You know what? I saved the Ninja Turtle one down. Maybe someone wanted me to Here's a question, just generally. How many fonts should we allow? And we just put a pose button on the things for the fonts so they're in everything, or should how should that work?
The fonts were per word bubble style, right? You could just keep it like
I think the
that.
default, maybe
have,
maybe we just have it so when you switch the word bubble
Sure.
style, that's the poses right now, right? Yeah. Yeah, so we need a different. Like, what's the maximum we're willing to have? I guess.
Yeah, 5 or 6. Why does it keep moving? It's weird. Circus font.
Why does that look like a fucking Hunt battle pass? That one you just rolled by, Jeff.
This one?
Yeah.
Or-
Well,
Yeah, I
that
don't
one,
know
Yeah,
what the fuck that is. It
rolling
actually
up.
looks like
I got a
it's
prestige.
like hazard symbols for you know, like they put on the sides of
Yeah, it looks.
trucks.
Yeah, it does look like it's
Okay.
trying to do.
I do not know what the hell that is. Yeah. Oh yeah. This must be something I took from work. Because this is all like hazard symbols.
So, alright, if it's 5 or 6 things, right? If it's 5 or 6 different poses for the bubbles, I think we need. I don't want to get rid of the inverted black, but if we're limiting it to 5, it's the inverted color one is basically the same. It's basically the normal category again, right? Just with a different style. I love the black text boxes.
Me too. I think that like having the black text box is important. Whether what font goes in there I'm open to changing, but I think it really shows it's a nice stylistic change.
Alright, so
We need to
normal
do
normal
something
white,
Being able to
normal
just-
black.
You could do a lot also with to make a comic what like it gives you things levers to pull and stuff. If you could just change the color of like instead of a black it could be any color, right?
I could
So
do
we can
that,
have like
but then we
different
just have to
color
have the controls
conversations.
for
But then
it,
you'd have
you
it
know?
during control for it, which would be hard to or
I mean, it's fine to do. We like
Not-
we need to clean. That's one of the things that need polishing. We need a forward and a back on the poses, or some other way to select a pose as not just go through and set into cycles again. You know.
We're reducing the amount of poses for a lot of things, which alleviates a lot of those pain points that comes.
It
with
does,
the
but it's still
pose
annoying,
things.
you
But
know?
it does kind of still need a rework. It seems.
I don't love the way it works.
Ooh,
even if-
let's
even
just think of
regardless
6 archetypes of types of word bubbles, right? So normal, like
thought bubble.
normal, blam, thought bubble.
Shout. That's what a lot of them are. Normal, shout, thought bubble.
Coming from an electronic device, I like the ones I came up with.
I think we need like a spooky one, like a
That's the
like
black one.
Yeah, I had like a drippy one.
I mean more like
stylized
Sandman.
bubbles.
Like horror, you mean?
horror
Like,
one, yeah.
I found one before that I liked actually. We could have used for horror. Where did it go? I can't remember what it was called.
A version of this that lets us have more than you might think, but like we'd have to figure out how to telegraph it to the player, is they get a random collection of, like we have a lot of them, but they only can use like 5.
I would like that, but it might be more
I think
complicated.
that's interesting too. It's not that hard to do. I can do it.
Oh,
Because
boopy.
like really they have access to all of them. I'm just basically going to skip some, you know, like basically program it to skip per round, skip a set. That's actually probably, I could do that in like 5 minutes. You know, assuming we had the sets to skip.
I think that the one that Jeff is showing now should replace the yelling, and there should be another like a.
This one is really good, but this one, the creepster.
Yeah,
I like it. Yeah.
I used this, I think, on one of the panels for that roadmap we had a long time ago.
I think like
We should.
there should.
Definitely work
There, that's a good one. That's a great one for the spooky. like
Creeps
horror.
me, yeah.
But I don't want to lock that one to the black. Like I don't want black to be only that. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, everything else in our comics is black and white.
No, I mean the black, the word bubble with the. I don't want
Oh,
that
you
that
mean, like,
font to
black
be
inside,
stuck
yeah.
just to the like. I like using the black background white font one for just normal talking because stylistically I think it looks nice and conveys a slightly different vibe than the white background one, and I don't want that to always be spooky, you know. So that's why I do think there's some value to like maybe this. Maybe it's like each type, like we have like the 4 different variants, right? And then maybe each of those you do get just a random one type of font that would fit it. I would be down to try that. I think that's a good idea.
Sorry, say it again. I was
What
yeah,
you
I
were
was,
saying
just focusing on one
about they get an assortment. So I was saying maybe we make
Yeah.
the 4-bit variants, right? Like the white background, the thought bubble, the black background, and the loud. And within each of those, there's like 3 fonts that you might get for each, and it's locked to it. Or maybe it's not even.
I think what with like to make it more interesting, it should be more drastic variants. Like, you should always get the thought bubble, you should always get the text bubble, and you should always get a shouting bubble. Then maybe the things in between you can, might be randomized, right?
You mean other
There's
variants?
like-
There'd be other random.
I have a set of 6 variants I put into the thing. I made these a long time ago. but-
Specifically, just so that like I think it should be more unique and more like it shouldn't just be like, okay, this is the same text box but with a different font in it. I think it should be. They should all have their own huge amount of character.
Okay, like Dave was saying, coming from electronic device. The horror one. Like
The horror one, the shout one, the word bubble, and the standard, I think, is what I would pick from here. What's the one in the bottom middle, Dave? What's that intended to be like?
angry,
voice?
angry, or like depressed, maybe.
Withered.
Like just dark.
Yeah, when I see
I
these
feel like
laid out, I feel
there's-
like
There's value to having a lot, like a large number of these, but like obviously, you can only a user should only have to cycle through like at most 5 of them, right? So, but
Well, the
if
characters are
we could-
6. We can just keep that
So we
common
could do 6. Yeah.
language of 6.
So if we could do something that makes it so we can, find a way to work it in that's not just confusing to the user. Like the hard thing is telegraphing it. How do you tell them, hey, this is your random roll of the text bubbles? While also like everyone, you have to still have like a standard text bubble all the time, right?
Yeah, you'd have to have like a think and a talk all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe even a shout.
Well, maybe you
all the
just do
time.
4. Like you do think, talk, and the spiky one. That's only 3. And then like each round you get, like
Special set.
2
yeah.
specials or 3.
But yeah, I mean, maybe if like while you're picking your we could show it on the screen while you're picking your setup.
Well, I guess think, talk, and then like
Would
box.
they understand it?
that's digital. They've described that as like something digital
Okay.
talking.
Or that would be like.
I think if we go this way though,
talking
you do just get all of them. Honestly, because if I have a spooky comic idea and I don't have the spooky word bubble, I think that's not fun. Or actually, is there any way to sync them up to the setups? If you were gonna do it that way, where some of it's random, then we could like, you know, use the wheels a little bit. Oil the... Okay, do we want to move forward under the assumption of this archetype of these 6, or like Jeff was saying 4, and then do we want to just pick one of these free fonts or one of the ones just Jeff has for each thing?
Sorry, 1 second. I'm focusing on what I'm doing. Give me a second, and I'll be able to press a button and think again.
Because right now it's like, you don't need to
This
listen to
one's,
this. I'm just talking out loud to myself mostly.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Because right now it's like it's normal white, normal black, loud, and just no background at all. Right? That's one. Is that all the poses currently?
Yeah, there's only 4.
No pose at all. Like there's the blank one. Right?
Yeah, there's the blank one. The thing to talk and the
Jeff, are you able to put images of the ones that you're like saving basically into the thing so that look at those next to Dave's thing?
let's not use that one. That's the font we use for.
So Dave's spooky is like gross, and I do think there's value in gross, but I don't think it's the same as spooky. If that makes sense. Like the one we have right now, like just the black bubble is like closer to like goth girl, and this one is closer to monster, right?
Well, the font is closer to monster. That
Yeah,
we're
that's
thinking
true.
about using.
Yeah, that is true.
Like the font
'Cause
definitely.
I'm trying to
goes
imagine
into that
this one
trippy-
as black, and like, what does it look like if this
Well, you
is
can still
black?
get the if we do go for like just the base. If you just let them people pick a color, I guess of the base.
Okay,
I don't know how that would
here's what I'm thinking currently. Almost all, because okay, consider the blank background.
Here's another thing I'm considering. Sorry, just to put it out there. There's a possibility that you separate the font from the.
Yep, that's exactly where I was
the
going.
bubble.
So
Okay.
yeah. So
I said first.
because like I would always want to be able to do a thing where I was like, where I could do like there's a and then new word bubble ghost with this one, right, with Creepster. Yeah, and to do that, if I like, yeah, you need to have you can't have font associated with bubble exactly and still be able to just pick out that font if you wanted to do it. No bubble around it, right?
I think we can do that. I think that gives you a lot of
Like if you ever want to mix
Uh,
fonts, you have to do it that way, I guess is what I'm saying.
that. I guess that is the question though. Like, so the only downside, like that freedom sounds great, but now I'm convincing myself otherwise. Of like, the whole point of what I was saying before earlier was like, hey, these things should have like their own unique identities. It's very clear from the get-go what this is for, so you don't have to think about.
You do
combining
lose
them,
some,
you know?
but I do think though, as long as we have the one, as long as when it switches, when you switch poses, that if text and pose are two different things, the default text on, like every pose should always start with the same text, the archetypical one that we expect you to use it for, but then you can change it if you want. Like if we're going like spooky for an example, like that, like the black, if say that was the black word bubble default, like it should start on that one, but you should be able to cycle through. But then if you go to the next one and come back to black, then well now it's back to it's back to the Creepster font again. You do lose some of like the strength of archetypes when you let people do everything themselves, but if we just make the one the default, I think most people will just use it that way, and then it will be extra freedom for people who do want to concoct something more elaborate.
It could be done. It definitely could be done. I don't know whether there's value in it or not. I could see the value. I could see there being value to it. But I also could see it being slightly overwhelming. Because it goes from you had, 6 choices to now you have 36 choices if we have 6 of each, right?
Yeah, that I don't know. I mean, we can try it.
I mean, 36, that's an exaggeration, or not exaggeration, that is the number of choices you have, but the user sees it in sets of 6, right? So they pick one set, then they pick the other, so it's not that overwhelming, but it is a lot. Like, would you ever use the shout text inside of a
We
speak
can
bubble?
also
Probably
not give
But
them
you might
every
use it in
option
a
on
thought bubble.
every pose. Like we can just limit it to what we think looks appropriate in that box if we want also, so we can do it halfway, do like a half between.
I think half is more frustrating because you don't know which ones, you don't know why some fonts don't show up, But I think I'm okay with experimenting with it. Like, I could see the value of having the shout text.
The other
shout font
option
inside a
is
thought bubble.
the other option is you don't make another button for text, you make another button for whether or not the box appears at all. Then you can still mix texts.
Well, I just
if you wanted
called
to.
that. I called that one of the poses of the bubble. That makes sense to me.
Let's just try it. How hard would it be to
Not that hard.
yeah, let's just try it that way, and if it
We could try.
yeah,
It does give you freedom, but it's something to waste time on. That like.
Honestly, the length
Disadvantageous.
I was thinking recently, or the last time we were regularly playtesting, that I think the length of the games could actually be shortened a little bit.
We think that.
We
but
do think that.
The average person probably doesn't.
But like, I do find myself as a person who's played it regularly now, most of the time with extra time, which is good
but like
because
you can
it
just
lets
hit
me.
finish or your thing though. Like we have that handled. I don't think that's an issue anymore of like having to wait an hour because like if everyone is good at the game, then you just click done and move on, right? You click submit, I think is the name of the button. But who knows? Once we have these new stickers and setups,
I
it may
just
take us some time to-
a lot of times my joke comes to me very quickly, and I don't need much. Like I'm just done very, very fast.
Yeah, that's fine. But historically, we have seen people have hard times coming up with jokes when they aren't playing it.
I'm not
as
talking about
regularly
like
as
a
we
whole
are.
minute. I've always been a proponent of longer times, but I do think we could take maybe 30 seconds off where it is right now. But I guess have I played since it moves forward when
you've
everybody
played.
does?
Make
Yeah,
it adjustable in the settings menu anyway. Just make it.
Yeah,
settable.
we'll add a settings menu thing. But yes, we also like you definitely have played since. You can submit, and once everyone submits, it's over. Like I don't see that being an issue because the people that need the time get the time, and the people that don't, can submit right away. The big problem right now is that once you submit, you have nothing to do. And we talked about adding something in the meantime so that you can like flip through the sticker catalog or something in your downtime.
Actually, are all fonts like uniform in size? I should know this, but I don't really. Is like might this be more of a pain than we're thinking because of that? Like, will some fonts just need slight adjustments to fit inside the bubble or anything like that?
I mean, the font bubbles, yeah, they need to be aware of the font itself. I think I can, I should be able to, like, the text mesh is a mesh, so I should be able to get its bounds. And as long as I know the shader for the bubble really well, then I should be able to make sure that the font is always inside the bounds of the, or the text is always inside the bounds of the text box. That should be doable. So don't worry about that. The bubble should adjust automatically. That's its thing. Oh, this would be way easier if my Unity didn't fucking crash. Come on, Unity. Piece of shit software.
Alright, if we're just throwing fonts in and trying them, then fucking put the Ninja Turtle one in there. We have a turtle. The number of Ninja Turtle jokes will skyrocket, surely, but... This one's got colors.
That font has a cat's butthole as a letter.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's not lying.
Stream.
This is free. We could steal this.
Oh.
Here's the cat butthole font. I'll make sure I label it correctly.
Where? What font are you talking about?
The font that's just a bunch of
Sappy mugs. That cat's butthole is not as what I would consider a sappy mug.
cases.
Oh, here, Dave. This is perfect for your scratchily one.
The Shonen Punk. Kind of manga-ish.
We should have a manga kicker set.
Anime Ace. That's
Shop the new arrivals by
The
Ashley
font.
Lux and bring home the luxurious
it's
feel
right.
of plush boucle and velvet. Then
no, it's not.
Spider Knob.
Here's a free thing of just bubbles.
Sometime later, SpongeBob.
You, is this something you see on my screen? I didn't see a SpongeBob one.
Sometime later looks SpongeBob-ish. And, it was like, doesn't SpongeBob have a thing where it's like 5 minutes later?
Yeah,
I joke about it.
yes it does. It's the SpongeBob meme. It is the equivalent of the Simpsons Homer going into the bush meme. This one's kinda spooky but not monstery. Or just wavy, I guess. Whoever made the font Mastodon and Distro, I feel like they put in some secret metadata word that makes it show up in every goddamn search. Yeah, they just put the word font in there.
No, it's just the limit. What's the font for that that game? What's the name of that game? The student picture is like it's yellow with a girl with blue hair on it.
The introspection font.
Yeah.
Yellow with blue hair.
It's like an indie game.
Looks or sounds.
Hard to say.
It does look like I could totally see it on an indie game title screen, but I don't. Or like as text for the Xbox is in a word indie game, but I am not immediately remembering what you're talking about. Free cheese font.
Florence. Although, I guess it's not the same.
Oh, really?
It is not the same, I guess.
You can't buy Florence
Immediately
anymore.
would remind me of.
Florence is like nearly lost media. I should have guessed that.
It's on Steam.
Is it? I thought. Wait, Florence is the one that was a phone game, right? That was about a breakup.
Seems like kind of that's what it's like. I don't know if it's a phone game.
It was originally a phone game.
No.
But I thought you couldn't get it on Steam, and that it was only for sale. Like I tried to buy this like last year, and how do you play this on your phone then from here? It's on sale right now. I've been meaning to buy this game for a long ass time.
It is, it's like $1.50 right now.
I'm gonna buy this game. Game made Vinny cry. On Game of the Year.
This is the one they played on his phone, you're saying?
I assume he played it on his phone.
I do not see it on Android, at least.
On Steam, weirdly enough. I thought I looked it up last year and you couldn't like get it anywhere because it was on a very specific app store and a specific yada yada yada.
It does say it's on Android, but I have not seen it. Maybe only the app versions, mobile versions are not available.
I guess this is a version that they did release for Steam, but it's made for phone. I assume you don't want to play it on a computer, right? Whatever, it's $1.50. But I would want to play this on a phone, ideally.
Looks like it's on the Apple App Store, just not. Maybe Vinny only has an Apple phone. When I look at it for the Google Play Store, it says it's only available for your other devices, which probably means it's only available for older Android phones.
Yeah,
And they
that's
never
more or
updated
less
it.
what I heard, but I'd never heard that I didn't know that they made a PC version of this game. I guess it's...
No, yeah, it definitely started as a phone game.
My main question is, if I buy this on Steam, is there a way to play it on my phone? Can I install Steam on my phone and get, play a mobile game? The AI says I can. Oh no, this is my credit card, isn't it? Actually, I guess I could play this on the Steam Deck, right? That's touchscreen, isn't it? Maybe it's not.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, Abby championed this game back in the day, and they need to play it. Alright, I've gone through everything labeled comic on that website and pasted a whole bunch of them. Oh shit, yeah, it's also SGDQ today.
Yeah, we're doing Kirby Air Riders. Really like this game. Some Mario Kart.
This might take longer than I actually originally anticipated. The build pipeline that I had built out is not fully working, which is annoying. It works for the Windows version, but the WebGL version, which I assumed would be easier, and it just never ran and tested, it does not work.
Alright, people still here?
Yeah, I'm still just programming. It's gonna take me a little bit. I wouldn't be waiting for on me though. It's gonna take me a little while to fix this stupid build pipeline for WebGL. And then once I get that, I'll be able to put these builds up.
Alright, I guess for next week I will just try to make 10 new setups and we'll worry about the recreating the old ones later.
Yeah, I'll make sure it's up for sure tomorrow. At latest. Well, I'm gonna fix the build pipeline today, and then I'll do the things I was supposed to do today for tomorrow after work. Yeah, because I introduced a new build type, the Windows build type for the Steam stuff. But then, and I built a pipeline around that, but it looks like I broke something in the WebGL pipeline when I built that out. So I just have to fix it.
No worries. Is a volume of manga like the little books you buy? That's a volume?
I think what comes in like the magazine is the volume. Oh no, that's chapter. Yeah, the volumes are like the inch thick books or whatever.
Okay. I've read volumes 1 through 5 of Berserk.
Right on. How far are you? What is that?
That's just through the Dark Swordsman arc and like halfway into the Golden Age.
Right on.
But now I'm in the Golden Age, so it's like, okay, I've seen all this. Pretty
Yeah.
much. Like so many times.
Yeah. I mean, it really is the best part.
Yeah.
I understand why it's been made so many times.
I thought the Dark Swordsman arc would be longer. Like yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like a flashback. Like you know,
for all the credit that
sort of
Super Eye Patch
flashback.
Wolf gives Mira for being, he's always like, you know, and I hear other people say this too, is like, if you're looking for a example of like a edgelord male hero who then turns into like a good male hero, that's Berserk. And Super Eye Patch Wolf specifically is always like, it's brilliant how like he you know, turned Guts from just this edgy thing he made into like, you know, something more meaningful. And but like, so the way he talked about it, I expected the Dark Swordsman arc to go on a little longer than 2 volumes, or I guess
I think
3.
it happens later. Like,
I do know the timeline is fucked, right? Like it just jumps all around, so maybe.
not. I think after after the Golden Age, it's pretty linear. Like it goes back to the end of the Dark Swordsman arc, and
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's been fucking like 15 years since I read Berserk now, but
There's a line in there that I forget what it is. It's like a poetic line, but it ends with the term "dark souls," and I was like, did they literally take this from that?
they just fucking stole that.
It was originally called Demon Souls. Doesn't say Demon Souls anywhere in
Probably.
that.
As you met the Skull Knight at all?
No, I haven't gotten Skull Knight yet.
Yeah, okay.
It's still pretty early in Golden Age, honestly. It's like, it's oh my God, Cat, you are so annoying.
It's just mimicking Chris, mocking him, saying everything he says, but in like a really high pitched,
She's very happy that
annoying
we're
voice.
back, and she's being super annoying. Right, Leela? They're at like Zod.
Okay.
That might have been where the Dark Souls line was. Also, I guess that would mean I think the AI thinks I'm literally asking, is Zod saying Dark Souls a reference to the video game itself? Not what I'm asking AI. So it does give me enough information to say, I guess that wasn't the original terminology in the translation anyway. Is hunger still going right now, Dave? For playtest, or is it ended?
Me to the rails.
That's
All I can ask
Dave
for.
here.
Now a little bit of
Haven't heard him in a
weird
while.
Did not
thing here.
respond.
I need to not take off when I'm riding over all of these lava rocks. It did not happen, so we're good.
I think Dave said
It's a quick side there to
before
one of those
that the
Scarfies that are
hunger
sitting
playtest
there,
got extended to
and
Wednesday or something.
carry
Oh,
I think I saw
right
a
on.
text to that effect.
Not
Right
missing
on.
anything. Little loud, thank you, Rocky. Beautiful performance. All right, now we get to do it again. Something you see me do there is I do a slight right when I suck up that enemy and spit it out. I want the fire power up here, but if I'm aiming left, then the exhale star has a mind of its own and will go toward the fire enemy and KO it for me, which I don't want. So I have to aim all my exhale stars, which is very important. And I do a lot of micro adjustments for that.
It's quite precise.
Yes.
Less than $8,000 to go towards double time, y'all. $50 from Thurnbergler, no incentive left behind. Y'all, we want this evening to be as high intensity as possible. While we set up for the next track, I also have $50 from Stealthfire 101. So glad to be watching Air Riders. I played the heck out of the original all those years ago. Donating for double time because it's very impressive, and I love making Necrodancer speed runs even more difficult. Good luck to the runners. Thank you so much, y'all. Keep that number climbing. Just 15 minutes left on the timer, y'all. Blue Candy is very good at video games.
Thank you, thank you. That was an excellent time. I was going for sub 210 and I nailed it. All right, here we're gonna bring out Big Penguin and we're gonna put him on a star that's really unique. I pressed a quick Y button there to change to the bike form of Transform Star, which has a star form and a bike form. And we swap between the two by doing a quick spin. So anytime you see me spin, that will actually swap modes on this. They have different properties. So we'll use the bike form to take tight turns, and we'll use the star form to get
Alright.
top speed and slide along
I'm gonna
walls.
go to bed.
Do a very precise opening
Yeah, I'm
there. You
finishing
saw
this
me
up, and then I will
which is
finish
just
or
tapping
work on
A.
it tomorrow morning and tomorrow
I
after
want
work.
to do that so that I can
So
auto attack those waddle these
I'll
right
be
at
able
the
to get
start.
it up.
If I don't do that, then
I
actually
will
be
get
way
it
too
up
fast.
by the end of the day
Don't
tomorrow,
have
so that
fighting
people can
power,
start
but we're
making
good.
setups.
All right, so
I
now
did
let's
not
see what the
anticipate
star
this
form can
setup.
do. Slight right here, and then back to the left so that King DDD's auto
But
attack
yeah, I will talk to you
hammer
guys
swings actually
later.
hit the enemies.
Later.
Again, this is very precise, even though it might not look like it if I'm getting everything. Go through that, and then we can use the star to slide along this wall into that enemy and get a nice speed boost there. This is going very well so far.